Hey, I'm Cortavius. Today we're focusing on the free-to-play account. This weekend, before that free gear stuff came to an end, I really pushed. I put a bunch of gear on a bunch of champs. Today I want to walk through which champs did I invest in, why did I build what I built, because I think there's some really cool insights, and mostly I'm just excited for what I did for the account this weekend, and I just want to show off a little bit what I've done and where the account will go, and who got left off, who didn't make the cut, who didn't get invested in. All right, let's go. But first, new promo link on my account. Click the link in the description. You get Narma, who's the legendary poisoner, along with 3 epics. You get Mausoleum Mage, Anax, and also the best epic in the game, Uugo. That's a great way to start an account because, man, that just sets you up for clan boss to start with, right? And follow 4 steps to get it. Step 1, log out of Player and Play on the PC and uninstall. Step 2, click the link in the description and register the brand new email. Step 3, launch raid, complete the tutorial. And step 4, go to your inbox, claim Narma. All right, let's get into what we've done with the free-to-play. So pretty excited, actually. I do need artifact enhancement, which I'm waiting for the fusion to start so I can use some of my silver, but I at least got the gear on the champ. So I wanted to walk you through what I've done here. So first thing I did is Eastrid was at 340 speed for me. I got her up to 345 speed. I got her up to 360 speed. So I added 15 speed to my fastest champ. I'm already seeing that pay off. She was pretty good at winning the speed battle at the level this account fights. But I generally stayed clear of a lot of this level 100s, but unless I just saw they didn't look fast. But 360, you know, I'm starting to take on more teams that I feel good about. And I actually bumped her accuracy doing it. So more speed with more accuracy was a big win for her. So just got better rolls on speed gear or perception gear that I was getting. So it was just a time to go through and re-gear while I could. And she stole a couple pieces from Armand's. And then I put Armand's back in the hopper and actually got his speed up a little bit, but also boosted his accuracy. So I sped up Eastrid, but also sped up Armand's, who's right behind her. And I've never seen anybody cut in between the two of them. So it seems like their speeds are pretty well synced, that if she does the boost on our turn meter and speed and then decreases the enemy's turn meter and speed, that he gets to go next, and then he's got more accuracy even. So pretty happy with those two. Then the one that I threw some gear on, and I'm already using him even though it's not maxed yet, is Warlord. So yeah, Void Nuker. Now I use him on the main in my top arena team, and he's just been sitting on the free-to-play, not invested in. So I did have him up to 6-star. I did have some masteries on him as well. I just didn't get the last, up from the 750 to 950 just because I can save some masteries and just work on other champs. But I was able to eagle eye on him and go down the support tree and defense tree. And even with level 12 bottom row, 2 more level 12s and all level 12s and a level 8. None of it's leveled. You know, he's at 236 speed with 439 accuracy. So he'll get faster and he'll get more accuracy when I can get that stuff built up. So I did screenshot some of these guys when I was picking the build. So he'll actually get up to 275 speed and 550 accuracy when that gear is maxed. And then also when I put a reasonable level of glyphs. I didn't assume great glyphs for this account. Let's say like 3 on speed and 5 on accuracy. So 275 speed and 550 accuracy at this level. Yeah, pretty good. I'm pretty good with that. So it's not fast enough for later stages, but for this level, you know, especially if I'm putting him on a team with Eastrid first, Armand's, and then Warlord. Man, if we go first, oh, by the way, with those speeds, he's also in 4-piece stone skin. So he'll actually have a chance then to, if we don't go first, and some of us survive, at least he has a chance not to get controlled or have Armand's, steal him. So, he with stone skin on there, I did get the 4-piece stone skin. So pretty happy with where Warlord will end up. I think he'll be a great addition to the account, and certainly for the 3v3 and Siege and other places. He gives me another nice weapon on the account. So next up was Thor. Thor is my main damage dealer, I would say. I use him when I can, unless he's negative affinity. Anywhere I can use him, really. But I did actually get a better build on him where I got his speed up. He was at like 190 speed, 185, I think. And this just it didn't work in some of the content I was trying to run him in over the weekend for one of the other videos I did on the the Doom Tower bosses. So I had to speed him up. So I got him up to 224 speed while increasing his damage stats. So he's got 6,400 attack and 228 crit damage. Obviously that can be a lot better, but getting him over 200 speed and up higher is definitely making him more useful everywhere. So happy with the speed boost along with getting better damage stats while doing it for him. And he is in Savage, and Cruel. So the right damage sets for him as well. So pretty happy with Thor. Next one was Mikage. She's never seen a battle on this account, so I finally got some gear on her. It's not even leveled or anything, so it's probably tough to really look at stats, but 253 speed and 178 accuracy. Okay, let me go see if I had that one on the spreadsheet. So she'll be up to 322 speed and 412 accuracy when her build is done with the gear that I put on her. So part of that is I don't have her fully ascended. I need to do that so I can get the amulet and the banner, and then once you boost all these up, and then you do the glyphs. So that's I think those are pretty good stats for her too. So 322 speed, 412 accuracy. She wouldn't be my speed champ, but I do think that makes her useful, considering I didn't prioritize her gear over my fastest and Armands and Warlord. I made her 4th, so that probably, you could definitely revisit whether that's the right move, but that's what I did. So, all right, next up. So the next one I built was Fabian. So I've got gear on him, and I did go for a pinpoint on him. I've got 6-piece pinpoint so that he has 2 intercept stacks, and I thought that was key because he's a polymorph magnet. I don't see a lot of polymorph at my level, but with all his fears that he's got on all these skills and the chance he has to keep using them, you know, the cooldown of the enemy's buffs isn't a polymorph magnet, but then he does a bunch of fears, so he's got a great chance of becoming a sheep. So I love the pinpoint on him, and he'll end up at 271 speed with 542 accuracy, which I think is pretty good. Once again, he can't be my speed lead, but if Eostrid or Armands can get in there, and then you've got choices with Warlord or Fabian, so Live Arena becomes far more compelling for me because everybody bans Armands today. But if I've got Eostrid and Warlord or Eostrid and Fabian coming next, I mean, you got to ban one of those 3. I like my chances a lot better than they are today. So the next one I took a look at was Arbiter. Now, Arbiter, I decided to do what I did on my main account when I got Arbiter. She wasn't my speed lead on the main either. And on this account, Eostrid's my fastest champ. Then I've got Armands going fast. And then I want Warlord to go fast. I want Mikage to go fast. So I decided with Arbiter, I wouldn't try and compete for the same speed gear. So I have her in mixed sets. She actually has 3 pieces of Pharaoh, which gives her 80 accuracy. Well, I didn't even know that. 80 accuracy and 5 speed with 3 pieces of Pharaoh on her. And she does have pinpoint 2 pieces for more accuracy and speed. So what I did with her is I decided to go tankier on her. Now she's only level 52 and the gear's not all maxed, but she will end up at 75,000 HP with 2,300 defense at 289 speed. So she's close there, and 255 accuracy. So I went for a kind of a tankier Arbiter as opposed to pure speed, but just not slow, because I can use her in the faction war then, because I haven't beat the faction yet. And that's what I did on my main. I built Arbiter to beat the faction first, and then I thought, okay, well, now I can make her faster. I never really did. She's never been my speed lead on my main account either, so I don't see that here either. But at least I wanted to make her tanky and make her more of a PvE Arbiter, because I got so many champs for PvP already. So that's what I did with Arbiter. I like it. I think it works for how I'm using her in this account. I will pair her with Fina, who also was the next champ. So I got Fina built. She is in 6-piece protection, so she's got a 50% chance to place protected buffs. Why does that matter? Well, she has block debuffs, block damage, counter attack, increased crit rate, increased crit damage. That's a lot of buffs. So boy, if I can put her in that protection, I would have loved to have put her in 9-piece protection, but if I come down and look at my protection accessories, yeah, I don't have any. I don't have a single protection accessory for this faction. That just sucks. I need the event dungeon open again and have enough space to be able to run it. Anyway, she's at least in 6-piece, which is the best I can do for now. And she will, when she's done, she'll be at 54,000 HP, 3,400 defense, because that's what I prioritize, speed and HP and defense, because I don't need any accuracy on her. Resistance would be nice. I just don't have that kind of gear today. So she'll be at 290 speed, and that's all that matters. So 290 speed with some HP and defense. So I'm pretty happy with that. Sure, I'd love her to be over 300 speed, or sure, I'd love to have 400 resistance down here. I'm not going to be able to build that on her. So I went with speed and staying alive. So I'm happy with the Fina build. The next one I did actually put gear into was Pythion. So Pythion I have in 4-piece stone skin, so at least he's got a turn in arena to be able to stick with the stone skin and be able to cleanse and be able to revive. And I do find that helps in PvE too. I was thinking for more, 3v3 arena siege type teams. So, and then I wanted to get some resist on him, but I definitely struggled with the gear I have to do that. So my main account, he has a lot of resistance. I will get the masteries on him, and I'll go down to the tier 6 resistance mastery to get 50 more resistance on him. So when he's done, he will have 87,000 HP, 2,960 defense, 200 speed, and he'll have 285 resistance, not including the masteries. So like 335, probably 345 with other masteries, so resistance. So it's too low, but at least the weak accuracy people won't CC him. The ones that are well built, I just don't have the gear yet. But hopefully Stone Skin does its job for 50%. So tanky, enough speed to be okay. So the best I can do for Pythion with the gear I have today. So we'll keep doing Hydra and getting more. That's Pythion. All right, the last one that I built was Lysanthier. Built, quote unquote, because he is a defense-based nuker. Oops. He's a defense-based nuker, and I had already built Tribune Heraclides. And this account just doesn't have the kind of gear to build 2 defensive nukers. So I didn't pull his gear. I built him as second because I'm thinking main place I'll probably use him as the faction. And he's there with Arbiter and Fina and, Apothecary, Tayrel, whoever. So I've got other champs that can help keep him alive. So I put him second and said, well, we'll just have more patient nuker. So he is in a mixed sets even. I got crit damage and stuff on him. I couldn't even get lethal and savage type stuff on him because I did want him to have accuracy. So one of the big things he's bringing to the table is he's got these debuffs he can land. So I did pick him up because he'll be able to stay alive, be a nuker, but also land debuffs. So I need to get accuracy on him. So if I look at where he's going to end up, he'll have 30,000 HP and 5,600 defense. So not a lot of HP, but he'll have a lot more defense to help him stay alive. And then I got Arbiter to pick him up. So he'll only have 182 speed, so he's slow. But once again, I got Arbiter and Fina to help with that. And I got 276 accuracy, so he has enough accuracy to land his abilities in normal faction wars. I'm assuming hard faction wars will have some, much crazy stats you gotta have to be accurate, but I'm just trying to get Lydia at this point, so I'm not worried about hard faction wars on here. So that's probably the best I can do. 5,600 defense, 233 crit damage, and 276 accuracy. That's pretty good for, unfortunately, not having to ignore defense artifacts, which that does suck, but that's the best I could do on him. So those were the champs that I built, and I think that's a nice, I got a ton of silver to spend. I got under 45 million silver. We all know that I could probably burn that on a few of those sets, but I got a lot of artifact enhancement to do once the artifact enhancement events roll. So if the next fusion has 3 of those, I guess I'm going to talk about the fusion in the second half of this, so I've got to decide, but I got a lot of silver I want to spend for those at least. So champs I didn't get to during the break that I really would love to build. Razelvarg, man, I would love him for Skinwalker's Hydra. He is an incredible champ, and he's just sitting here naked still. I got him 6-star, 5-star awoken, 6-star ascended, or 5-star ascended, or 6-star ascended, 5-star awakened. If I had realized that, I probably would have done him, but I just didn't get to him. Another one is Fenax. I love Fenax, especially with Wukong out there. He just does the A1 block revive, but my Fenax is built like crap. 5,300 attack, 153% crit damage. So, and he's only got 202 speed, so it's mainly the crit damage. I could rebuild him with better stats. I didn't get to him, so he's still doing what he's doing. Noelle would be great to be able to put her into the game, and she's sitting there naked. Funny enough, we killed Faction War Stage 21 with her and Sir Nick both naked, but those 2 naked champs kill the faction for me, but she can be used in more content. Dracomorph is another one I'd like to build because he's got the AoE. Man, I'm trying to get Lydia, but he brings in AoE decreased defense and weaken. Man, I would love to add that to the account. Just ran out of time, didn't get to him. Mad Hatter is another one that he could help me in Hydra and probably other places, and certainly I want to use him in the faction. Didn't get to him. Alice isn't built. She's a tough one for me. She's a damage dealer, and she's got the lockout. But when you got Warlord and Armands and Fabian, I feel like she's in that same category. Yeah, she does damage, but she doesn't do enough damage to knock out my nukers I have. And for the lockout, well, are you going to put her in over Armands, Fabian, and Warlord? So she doesn't really have a place for me, and I've already beat the faction. So she's kind of been on the deck. And then I want to use Build Seeker mainly for the faction because I think he can help me beat the faction, and Tatura is another one I want to build, mainly because I think he can be on my faction war team. But honestly, I beat high elves with the main account using a naked champ. Yeah, a naked level 30, we 3-star faction war 21. So if I could just put anything on Tatura, you know, he's level 49. If I just put any kind of gear on him, give him some regen or stone skin, then I'll probably beat the faction, so he's not really a priority. So those are the champs I didn't get to, what I would really love to build. So if you have any thoughts on those guys, I mean, you can tell me I'm nuts and I should have built them, I agree. But if you have any, which ones of those you would most prioritize and what kind of builds, you know, feel free to throw in the comments. So anyway, those are the champs. You know, boy, I'm really excited to get these guys finally geared and get them into battles. I think that just changed this account. Hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate everybody for watching. Hope you have a great day.